Everything just changed for the New York Yankees as there has been a lot of discourse surrounding this team, and now we are seeing a complete and utter breakout onto the scenes, making the New York Yankees logjam situation even crazier than it already is. Meanwhile, the Yankees have seen a resurgence that fans are absolutely loving, and we're going to break it all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as always. And guys, I know I say these videos every day, and for the most part, that's true. I did take off the last 2 days on vacation, but if you're part of that 79% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to subscribe because we are dropping tons of New York Yankees content. You don't want to miss out on all the great stuff that we got going. But let's jump into the video. There's a lot to discuss. One of the most loved New York Yankees coming into the season was Jasson Dominguez. And the reason is because he represented hope. He represented a guy that could play center field, that could play anywhere you need him in the outfield, while being an excellent base runner and an excellent hitter. A true potential five-tool player and the favorite to win the American League Rookie of the Year. Now, right now where things stand, Dominguez likely won't be winning that Rookie of the Year award, but that could be changing, as we are going to discuss. Excuse me, because Jasson Dominguez? What? Jasson Dominguez is playing a phenomenal brand of baseball right now that is New York Yankees thrilled. Dominguez, when he came in, struggled initially. Well, not necessarily. In 2022, when he came in, he looked like everything we expected the Martian to be before getting injured, going down with a torn UCL, only having a few at-bats in 2023, and then in 2024, he bounced back. And at first, things were not going great. He couldn't hit the ball from the right side of the plate, being a switch hitter. And on top of that, his numbers in the field did not, or his eye test in the field really didn't look great. The numbers looked fine. But now things have totally shifted. We've seen Jasson Dominguez, the young New York Yankee, be able to figure things out at an alarming rate. And what we've seen is that since the start of May, Jasson Dominguez has hit 3 home runs in a single game, homered from both sides of the plate in the same game, hit a grand slam, and hit a walk-off home run. He's the first player in MLB history to accomplish all feats in the same month. So Jasson Dominguez, in the middle of making New York Yankees history and baseball history, has been phenomenal for this team. Now, that is huge for the New York Yankees because you look at the Yankees right now, they needed production out of Jasson Dominguez going into this season. But what they didn't expect was the amount of production they were getting from the entire New York Yankees team that has now caused an interesting situation. Since May 1st of May, I'm rusty, guys. Look, since May 1st, we've seen Dominguez get 15 hits, 2 doubles, 4 home runs. That's 11 RBIs as well, with 11 walks. Dominguez is batting a .278 in this span as well. He's only struck out 13 times compared to getting 11 walks, and that .278 batting average is showing that he's getting things going. His OPS is at a .925 right now, while the slugging percentage is at a .527, and the on-base percentage is nearly 400. We are seeing Jasson Dominguez fully break out onto the scenes. We're seeing the Martian in full force, and I'm loving it. The thing is, this is where things get a little bit interesting. These are the top 6 Yankees in OPS on the season. As we know, Aaron Judge is leading the MLB with an unbelievable 1.241 OPS. I don't know how that's possible, and the 248 OPS plus, which is insane considering the average is 100, but that's what you get with Aaron Judge. Highest on-base percentage, highest batting average, highest slugging percentage, highest OPS, most runs scored, most hits, most home runs. Man's going to win the Triple Crown, while he's also got the highest WAR, obviously, of any player. Casually having one of the greatest seasons in MLB history while just doing his thing. We know Aaron Judge is great. We don't really have to go over that. Trent Grisham, on the other hand, has also been phenomenal. We didn't expect this, with a .914 OPS in second place. Now, Paul Goldschmidt, he's third. Ben Rice is fourth. And then we have Cody Bellinger and Jasson Dominguez at 5 and 6. Here's where things get interesting, guys. Judge, obviously, is going to stay in right field because he's Aaron Judge. Trent Grisham has been the main center fielder a lot for the Yankees, but he's really played everywhere in the outfield. That leaves 2 other guys in Bellinger and Dominguez who are also outfielders. Makes things a little bit complicated because there's only 3 outfielders in baseball, and 4 of your top 6 guys in OPS are outfielders. On top of that, Cody Bellinger can play another position. What position is that? First base. That's where Paul Goldschmidt is, in third on OPS. And you can't put him at DH because that's where Ben Rice is. And you can't take Ben Rice out of DH because he also plays first base. The Yankees have entered a complete and utter logjam, not with a bunch of players on their team, with the statistical best players on their team. And that is cause for excitement and concern, because you have to figure out to get a way to get all these 6 players playing on the field. Now, one of the answers is you move Ben Rice to third base. That helps things. Mind you, Giancarlo Stanton is showing up in a few weeks. He can only DH at this point in his career. So that makes things even more difficult, because then you wonder, what the hell is a girl supposed to do in these situations? If you have an answer, let me know in the comments down below, because this is getting very, very interesting for the New York Yankees. However, what's also getting interesting is the fact that Carlos Rodon absolutely rocks. Rodon has had a complete bounce back of a season. He's got a 1.8 WAR, and he started this season rough. Really, really rough start in his first couple games. He was getting a lot of strikeouts, but he was giving up runs. Now Rodon's down to a 2.88 ERA with 11 starts on the season. In 65 innings pitched, he struck out 80 batters as a whip under 1. Rodon has been nothing short of phenomenal. He leads the American League in strikeouts at 80. He's 3rd in the MLB. Mackenzie Gore is higher than him at 1st, so he is a bit away from that first spot, but he is leading the American League in total, which is great to see. On top of that, Rodon's just been great. As Aaron Boone has put it, he's chopping wood just because the phrase makes sense for him. Whatever works. But Rodon has been phenomenal. Carlos Rodon has given the New York Yankees what they've absolutely needed for a while now. He's giving them consistent pitching behind Max Fried, who has been their only consistent pitcher. Now Rodon's here. They're both all-stars this season. Max Fried's going to win Cy Young. Rodon looks like an all-star. That is absolutely phenomenal news. Clark Schmidt has struggled so far. We've also seen the back end of the rotation kind of be up and down, but Will Warren's getting things together, and Luis Gil is still yet to show up. Despite losing Gerrit Cole, this Yankees pitching rotation is shaping out very well. They're the top 10 in starting pitching ERA. I believe they're around 9th or 10th. Same thing for ERA in general. It gets a little bit better because their bullpen's been excellent this year. Look, the New York Yankees pitching is having a phenomenal year after a very awful start where it felt like things were a lost cause. Rodon has proven why they are not a lost cause at all, which is absolutely huge news. Now, something else, though, is still, your pitching's not going to have a logjam, but this hitting still is. And apparently Fast and the Furious is outside my window, so maybe Vin Diesel can solve the problem or something. But there is a bit of a problem-solving situation here. As I mentioned, Rice could play third base. And as Peter Body mentioned, Ben Rice, the odd man out of the team's lineup logjam on a week ago Sunday against the Mets, took several ground balls at third base along with J.C. Escarra from infield coach Travis Chapman. Aaron Boone told the Post it's not necessarily to read anything into it and that Rice is just doing it for fun right now. But the converted catcher already moved well from catcher to first base, so maybe Rice could do it again. So it does add another layer to things with Ben Rice, but still your outfield situation is not totally fixed. The Yankees are going to need to figure this out, and more importantly, they're going to need to figure this out fast because Giancarlo Stanton's about to be here. It's going to be interesting to see what the New York Yankees do, and I'm excited to see them figure it out. And if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure to like the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Thank you so much for 7,000 subscribers. It means a lot. We are on that grind, on that way to 10K. If you've ever watched a video, liked, subscribed, whatever, I really appreciate all the great content that you've helped get farther out into the world and have enjoyed, or just you watch for no reason, or hate watch, whatever it is, I do appreciate it. And if you also watched Knicks Digest or watch Knicks Digest that you also see this ugly face on, then you would know that we hit 15,000 subscribers, which thank you so much for that as well. And if you like the New York Jets, I know Knicks, Yankees, Jets is a weird fan pairing, but if you like the New York Jets or Jets football, or just want to see me talk about sports with my college roommate Matt, then head over to Jets Digest. We're a little over 6K right now. We're on that road as well, so make sure to do that. Guys, thank you so much for all the support. I'll catch you on the next one. Go Yankees.